that's also where I learned that coyotes are very tough.
Like, he was down to the bone.
If they cross the road in front of you, they're right there. They don't go far at all. I know that.
He has it in the bathtub and he's got all of his solutions and everything.
But then I got introduced into the night game deal.
Because they are very, very territorial.
All right, addicts, welcome back to another Addicted podcast. We got Cliff with us. We got Corey Sweeney with us. And today's topic is predator hunting, something we all love to do, at least here. Yeah. Not everyone does it, and I really think they should, and we're going to kind of dive into it as to why.
It's a double-edged sword for me. It just means there's less for me to shoot when people aren't out there doing it.
Yeah, I think there needs to be more of it. If you like to big game hunt, you got to do predator control on top of it. It's just kind of a necessary evil. Even if you don't like to do it, you can't have two predators going after the same food source and expect it to be abundant in any way.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, you get out of whack. So, yeah, we're going to talk about everything from A to Z about it. Setups, calls, what we use, and so stay tuned with us. We're going to dive right in. So, what was, Corey, what was the first predator you ever called in? Or first predator you ever went after?
First predator I went after. The first predator I ever went after, it was actually a cougar.
You just went for the apex.
I was going to say.
You went for the apex. You just screw the little guys. We're going for the biggest one.
We're going to go K through 12. We went straight to college here, boys.
It was very tough because I didn't have hounds. But there was this cat that was hanging in this one canyon, and my buddy and I went after him several times, and we got pretty close to him, but didn't get him. My buddy saw the cat run past him chasing deer, and then I came down and I saw his tracks, the cougar tracks, in the mud, and the bubbles were coming out.
So you're right behind him.
In his paw print, and I just missed him, and like we were so jacked, and like it actually happened. We actually got on this cougar that had been hanging out in this canyon, and anyway, and that was the first one I went after, because it wasn't until I was like 19, I guess, that I really started getting into coyotes and stuff. So,
wow.
What you, Cliff?
Oh, it's everybody's favorite little predator, the coyote.
I've killed a lot of them.
Yeah, that
was mine too.
I don't know. Same thing. It's calling them. I love calling them.
It is fun when you get into it. When
I
you learn how to do it.
Yeah.
You don't even need to learn that well. We got electronic calls. That's what I use.
Run a Lucky Duck. Yep.
So, yeah, I guess should we just dive into calls?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I use my Fox Pro.
What's your go-to though on it?
My go-to.
If you only had one call on your Fox Pro, what would it be?
Pup in distress.
Yeah.
Pup distress is like, dude, it is so good because
it's the pitch, I think.
It's got that whine. You're gonna call in a mom.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a mom's gonna go and check. Maybe it's her baby coming in, and if there's a male in there, that male wants to come in and get that pup. Yeah. So it's like it's the best of both worlds. You're gonna call in a male or a female. It's non-discriminatory, even because they're wanting to come in, and males are territorial, and they're gonna want to get rid of that pup out of their territory, and the females are gonna want to protect their young. So. With I would say like a rabbit call, but like there's been so many times where dog's just not interested in it at all.
I'm not a rabbit guy personally.
See, that's what I grew up, or started on, is down there around the Ballman Range and the low country and stuff, rabbit in distress, and had good luck off that, and so I thought that was a go-to for years, but it doesn't, when you move up to the higher country and up in the timber, I learned real quick at a young age, that doesn't always work.
I like woodpecker.
Woodpecker
in distress.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Woodpecker in distress, you kill your first one, and then you switch over to pup in distress.
Okay. What's the reason? Like, just the pitch of that one, or what?
I mean, I don't know if they you know, it's kind of one of those crazy things to me, and we've done it a few times. It's like you shoot a dog when it comes in. And that's when we shot really close. Like, we let him come all the way in. It would have been cool to have that one on video. So we dumped him, and then I immediately switched to pup in distress. And, dude, I've never seen a coyote. Well, that's the second one I've seen run as fast as it did. and the whole crossing, an opening and midday, where people are like, oh, where I hunt again, it's not real open country, but I mean we have pockets to where we hunt, and he bolted like straight across, dude, like just on a string, comes running right to where he saw his buddy. Whoa! And then it was over for him too. That's also where I learned that coyotes are very tough.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll get into that later. But yeah, no, those I would have to have 2 calls. I couldn't. I don't know if I could go out and be confident with just one. But those 2 calls, yeah.
Do you use an electronic call?
Oh yeah.
I have a couple mouth calls, but
yeah,
I stick. Electronic calls kind of just dummy proof.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
It's just easy. It's a click of a button. There's no movement. Like I literally just keep my remote in my lap and I'll just hit it. And if I need to change through, there isn't like that's one thing.
They have a timer on it. It tells me when especially when you're doing sets, you're like, okay, well,
it gets exhausting blowing on a call.
Yeah. Well, there's so much more movement with a mouth call. Like you gotta think you're doing this.
Yeah.
I've had so many setups where I've been calling in a dog and I'm like looking and he's like on my call. Like literally right there and I'm like, where did he come from? Like I did not even see him come in.
Yeah, we've done that like night hunting because that's typically I really like night hunting. But yeah, where we've called and it was funny because like this dog that we killed, like I don't know how we pulled it off because it had our wind and everything, but he was dumber than a brick. And I'm focused down on these dogs that are down below. I just picked up a thermal scope, and so I mount that to my AR. And found some dogs that were howling down in this little draw. And I mean, now where we're hunting, this is wide open country. I mean, these are plowed fields. Dude, there's nothing there except right in the bottom. Calling. Like those dogs are not doing anything. And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe we change position or something. We got to change something. Multiple, different calls, nothing, dude. They would not leave the area they're in. And I just like pan over. Dude. There's one like 90 yards. I'm like, oh, and he's just doing just standing there staring at you type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa! So we dumped him, but the other dogs, man, they actually shut up and they stopped working. They took off, but yeah, yeah.
I would have to say like. Why predator hunting is important. And so I didn't do it a lot before. I started out deer hunting.
Mm-hmm.
And the time I realized predator hunting was like an important thing is I didn't recover my deer. And so I was like, I'll go out the next day and go get him. And I went out.
No, you didn't.
Picked clean. There was not a lick of meat on this thing.
Yeah.
Like he was down to the bone. And granted, like birds took their part out, but there's no way. Like it was all dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Found him, and like either he's wounded or on the way of perishing. Dogs just came and found him and just swarmed him. And I'm like, oh man, I need to start
That's
taking
when
care
you
of
got
some.
too many.
That's when you got too
dogs.
many dogs in an area, and so me being a farmer as well, it's a big problem with livestock.
Yeah.
Calving season in the spring, right now actually, January.
I like
That's my favorite is getting on with a rancher during calving season.
Oh, dude,
and
they'll hang
just-
around them. Those coyotes will be in a
blowing
perimeter.
up out of a
So
canyon.
you say that about a rancher, right? So there was one year I went big, like I went through my Onyx, I got a hold of a bunch of people, right? And there's a guy that owns, he's a big rancher. Dude, he read me the right act when I called him. Just lit me up about how he's never lost a calf to a coyote. Blah. I'm like, well, obviously, I don't know who's doing your bean counting over there, but I can promise you, you've lost livestock. If you've done it long enough, you've lost livestock.
Yeah.
I've also ran into ranchers that they're like, well, we've lost them to bald eagles too. So I'm like, what? People are crazy, man.
Yeah.
I think the only argument I can say of a rancher not wanting you to hunt is they do offer premiums for cattle if you don't predator hunt it.
Really?
Yeah. I've heard about that. They'll offer a premium beef cow for non-predator.
Premium, fully harassed by
It's
coyote beef.
Yeah, and that's a thing
Huh.
that I've heard about.
I don't know anything. I don't know anything I'm not a farmer.
But like, I don't know if it just classifies the land as non-predation land or something like that.
Huh.
I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but that's what I heard. And
If you guys know anything
yeah,
about
if
this,
anyone
like,
knows about that, let me know. But
yeah, I'd like to know more about that.
that's kind of the only thing I've ever heard
Huh.
that's been a thing for that.
Oh, he was angry because he's like, then we have mice problems and this. I get it, yeah. But you guys have owls, you know.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
But yes, there's a lot of farmers,
Oh,
ranchers that
yeah.
do want you to do it. That was
Yes.
the first one, and like he owns a lot, so I was like, dude, for sure, this is guaranteed. And then that's a big Nick. We could have just ended it a no.
Is he in lower country? Like, because like
Top to bottom, he's lower, and he's got a bunch of land, bunch of land.
You get in Eastern Oregon, you get some of those places where there's snow on the ground and cold weather, and I mean, them coyotes just come into the cabin areas like nothing. I mean, it's just
they'll be thick in it. You'll see them. You'll see them just surrounding the whole area with cows.
That's
just
how
waiting.
we hunt them at night. Is like just go find cows.
Yeah.
If you can find cows and you can get within 500 yards, guaranteed.
They'll be picking off.
They will be around
afterbirth and all that stuff from calves and all that.
Yeah.
So kind of like let's kind of dive into the coyote behavior. Let's talk about wind.
This is the time of year right now for me. Right now, I mean, every season's coyote season. Don't get me wrong. But like for me, right now through I'd say mid to the third part of February, my favorite time to hunt them.
I know when you texted me, you're like, "Let's go coyote hunting." I'm like, "God, it's like." I mean, Corey, you can test. Snow on the ground for predator hunting is just probably some of the best conditions.
Yeah.
A nice
cold
and a bluebird day too.
Anything cold.
I like a
when that
bluebird
ground's
day
frozen. Ground's frozen. They can't dig. They can't do any of that, and they have to eat.
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest thing is they have to eat. It's like they're burning up calories if they don't have them. Especially over there, like dude, you guys over like the east side of the state is one of my favorite because it gets so cold, and they are very, very active.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, I don't know, Corey, you kind of just you surpassed us in predator hunting because like Corey's going for cougars and stuff.
I was gonna say, like,
how many cougars do you think you've killed?
Oh, I have not.
Or been a part of.
Been a part of. Well, just this year I hunted two.
You got one. Or
well,
your
yeah,
hunter did.
My
Your hunter did.
That was awesome. Yeah, he got one, but no, I haven't killed a cougar yet. But I had one. I was horn hunting, side by side. Had one run across the road in front of me in a thicket. Had my gun, went out and went into the thicket, and I saw the opening. I could not find him for the life of me. I looked in the trees everywhere. I was like, he couldn't have escaped, and I could not find him. And then I had it happen to me again, like 2 weeks later, turkey hunting. Ran across the road, same thing, and could not find it. And then all my buddies are like, if they cross the road in front of you, they're right there. They don't go far at all. I go, I know that. I was like, but literally, like, I could not find them. And that's happened to me 4 times. Those 2 times, one other time when I was with my brother, one ran across the road. One went after it, couldn't find it. Another time, one ran across the road in front of us. I didn't see it, but we got out and we were looking for it. And then we could hear it was a cat with cubs, and we could hear the cubs like screeching a little bit and stuff, and they're in the brush. But,
God, up where you guys were at, that place was pretty overrun with
with
all kinds of predators, like cats and dogs. And I know your brother's been just doing his due diligence on he's really knocked them down.
Yeah. There's
because even
we had a problem. We had an epidemic in like 20 years ago. Like after the hounds had stopped, hunting, and there was nothing. And then it got so bad the state had to get involved, and they were taking just out of Hettner. They were taking like 40 a year.
State had to get involved after they cut something.
But and it's starting to actually cougars are coming back, especially. Well, the cougars are coming back. I'll just say that.
I just know I've never seen a coyote up around that area, and I'm like, your brother. I'm like, I have not seen a dog up here. He's like, oh, I've taken care of a lot of them. Yeah. I was like,
they were killing a ton 70 to 125 a day out of the helicopter.
Yeah.
They were. I mean,
wow.
It's good though. I mean, I'm all for getting rid of those dogs.
The thing
It's-
they bounce back so quick. Like
they'll outlive the cockroach.
Yeah,
That's what I've told so
Probably,
many people that, because look at where they live. They live in some of the coldest climates, and then they live like all the way down in like the Sonoran Desert. Like they will literally outlive the cockroach in like a nuclear apocalypse, because they'll be where nobody else wants to be.
yeah.
They're just such an adaptable animal, like from cities to the middle of nowhere to deserts, like extreme temperatures, and I know they all adapt to it, just like anybody does. But they're everywhere. Coyotes are everywhere.
Yeah.
Big cities, like it's crazy, especially like California with their predator issues. That's a whole nother thing. But like seeing coyotes, I mean, I had a client that they told me, she let her little wiener dog out, and this is one
I
of
know
the,
where this is going.
yeah, like, but she has a fenced yard, right? But it's the fencing that's got holes about yay big. They were on the other side of the fence. There was one of them. And she watched her wiener dog, and she's yelling at her wiener dog. And it's too late. That dog got right over there, nabbed it right through the fence.
Yeah.
So it's like, I share that story with people, and I know people don't like to hear that, but it's like, dude, that fang and claw, like, people don't understand. Like, animals die by it every single day. And the only way, that you want to have the sob story about, oh my God, my dog, like, and I felt bad for the lady. I told her I'd come over and kill him gladly, But I think people need to have that reality of like how important it actually is to manage predators. In these states, the representatives that we have now, they don't want to do that. They're going away with it. I mean, we have hunts now that in Washington that biologists have said that it needs to happen. And yet, here we are. No more spring bear hunt. So it's. I think we need to get. I'll get off politics because I don't want to dive into that. But we need to get people in positions to where that they have that understanding, and I think it needs to start with the general public of how important it actually is. Okay, now I'm done being serious.
Yeah, it is like it. If you're just getting into hunting, coyote hunts is any predator hunting, but coyote hunting. Especially, it's something you can do year round.
Yeah,
it's. I mean, there is
one of the cheapest. Yeah.
There is things you have to learn along the way, but like if you want to go out and get yourself, a good hunting rifle, which if you're a hunter you already have.
You have a 22 mag and go out and whack.
And go and get a mouth call, or they make some cheap electronic calls now. Yeah. Like you don't have to spend a fortune. They make them from $30, $40 now.
My buddy, when we first started, he had you remember the Cass Creek. Calls, it was handheld, dude. It wasn't even one that you would put out there.
Yes.
And call them in with that. So it's it's no no different than a hand call or whatever. But it's pretty affordable to get into. And I tell you what, again, it goes down to calling in a wild animal. It's really fun.
Yeah. All year long.
Yeah.
Season just.
And then you can get it. I mean, if you're one of the guys that, especially this time of year in the winter months, you get them. They got pretty nice pelts. I've got buddies that he was working construction. I mean, he took the pelt with him and he tanned it himself in the hotel that he was staying in. So he has it in the bathtub and he's got all of his solutions and everything. But I mean, and it turned out amazing. And this just takes a little bit of learning. YouTube goes a long way. I'm not going to sit there and say I know how to do any of that because I don't. But I mean, there's possibilities are endless with it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, Mark and Morrow, he's still the county trapper, isn't he?
I think so.
He was. I just remember because that's Dakota's uncle.
Yeah.
And so he was telling me that Mark was making pretty good. But this is not now. He was making pretty good money off of pelts. Back when pelt prices,
fur market. $60 a pelt. I think
it was crazy.
Yeah, it's 40 now, but yeah.
It was a good, if you get into it, it's like,
the government pays somebody to do this. That's how bad of a problem. That's the people that don't like it. They don't realize that the state has predator control. It's just that's part of it.
Something as hunters we need to dive into, because it is. So let's. I know you tapped on this is your favorite time. It's mine as well.
Yeah.
This is the time that I lay a smackdown on dogs.
Yeah.
Especially-
Every hunt that I typically go on, like, can turn into a coyote hunt that quick.
Mm.
Wife's deer hunt, there's coyote. Guess what just happened? It's coyote hunt, you know? So, yeah, that's it. But yeah, right now would definitely be the time of the year for me. So.
Oh, Corey, this is.
You don't want to know or they probably don't want to know my favorite time. It's not. It's a good time to hunt, but it's not
Dumb pups.
dumb pup season.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Easy to
you
call.
know, yeah.
We were just. Just when you were going.
Well,
these
not
rest-
even just road tripping at
Mhm.
7 a.m. in the morning on any backcountry road.
Yeah.
And yeah, dumb pup season.
Yeah, it's. I mean, we did it. I was just telling Cliff here when you're using the restroom. I was like, yeah, in the spring when we're spraying, we'll come across dens, and
Yeah.
if you're lucky enough, you can get rid of them.
Yeah.
And it's like, I had a kid that was working for me, and he was like, it was his first year on the ranch spraying with me. And he's just like, what are you guys doing? I'm like, yeah, this is just kind of the way it is when
It's
you're
the way of
ranching.
life, yeah.
You know, when you're having to deal with these things and they're becoming a nuisance to you, this is the solution. You know, as
Yeah.
much as people may not like it, when you're a rancher, it's a necessary evil. You know,
Yeah.
you got to do it. And it's just part of it.
And it just comes down, controlling populations, really, at the end of the day. Everything has to be kept in check, you know. And I don't want anybody to think this, and everybody that has hunted coyotes, they are not dumb.
No.
They are not dumb at all. We can jump into, like, setups, and the skills that it takes to go into it. Wind is number one. They will always try to wind you. Every single one that I've hunted has always tried to win me. They're always, especially like pressured dogs.
I've educated a few.
yeah.
Yeah. I found at night sometimes you can get away. Sometimes
You can get away with a lot at night. I
just-
agree.
They'll just come in sometimes. Like their guard is so far let down
Yeah.
that, because it was, and it never seemed like you got the wind right. I mean,
No.
it seemed like they were always, at least for me when I was starting out, like they'd always bust me. I'd try and I would, and then, but then I got introduced into the night game
Mhm.
deal, and it's like, oh, these suckers want to come in bad.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Under the cover of night, they definitely move. Definitely move a lot more. I don't know why or what it is, but they'll be
Yeah.
way out, more out in the open. I mean, ever since I got my thermal, like, that has exposed that to like the greatest point. Is like, dude, because we used to go out, it was spotlights. That's what we would
Yeah.
use. I took like a tripod, and if anybody's still doing spotlighting, if you don't have a thermal or night vision, what I did is I would take a tripod, and I would mount it like a 2x4 or a 1x4, and we'd take our spotlights and we'd set them on it to where it's like then you could turn it. So it's just kind of like just do a slow turn with it till you catch eye shine or whatever,
Nice.
But that's what we had at the time. So shout out to Ryobi though, They may not make a lot of good products, but a spotlight, I can promise you will not find a brighter one.
I've never done any night coyote
So
hunting.
much
Oh,
fun.
God.
You don't even know what you got,
Yeah.
home skillet. Oh,
I mean, I could, but I do just fine in the day. Honestly,
boring.
I just do.
Night calling
Yeah.
is amazing.
I read a stat on that once. It's like they're 10 times more apt to come in at night than like your setup at day. Like that's how much
Just because they feel safer, yeah.
They feel safe and they're like they are in. Yeah.
Yeah, they can be aggressive and yeah.
So let's we're going and looking for a spot. Cliff, let's just go with you first. When you're going and scouting, go and try and find a predator hunting spot for coyotes.
For me, nighttime. I'll go in.
Well, I mean, what are you going in looking for?
Really, there's coyotes are everywhere. So like I don't look for anything in particular. I look for an area to where I can be on a high point. Just so I have that advantage. But then literally just locating them. I mean, you can throw out. I mean, there's guys that use sirens to locate them to get them to go.
Howl, just use a howl.
Yeah, I mean, you as soon as you, probably the best thing about coyote hunting is just listening to them yip and howl, even if they don't commit all the way. Like, I just love I don't. If I could hunt one animal, That'd be it. I love hunting coyotes.
No way. Really?
Yeah. Oh, dude, I love hunting coyotes.
More than anything.
We killed 52 in 1 year and 4 bobcats.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. That's all night hunting.
I don't know. I still want to do it.
It's just that amount of but it's the interaction. Like that's the thing. That's what that's the thrill for me is the interaction with the animal. Because I mean, like, I hunt everything, so don't get me wrong. Like when I say this, like anybody can go out. Oh, look, a deer. Like, what's your interaction with it? Oh, it's 500 yards away. Send it. You know. Okay, yeah, you have to have a rifle. You gotta have. I know all that, right? But there's something about interacting with an animal that just, man, it trips my trigger like nobody's business.
That's kind of, as I got older, that's what I moved into. First it was about the killing and the getting it, you know, and then now it's like my favorite is like in the timber and like timber draws coming out of the mountains, like the interaction, like when they howl and yip, it's so like profound, echoing throughout and just that interaction and that, and then not a lot of people hunt out there. I mean, like, there's a ton of coyotes on public ground out in the Forest Service on the breaks and stuff. And, I just, that's where I love to hunt now.
But I just get to a high spot and then, and it doesn't matter really anywhere for me. Like, because you can go there, you throw a call out, and this is how I do it, is I'll throw a call out, and if I don't hear anything like 3 to 5 minutes, it's time to go. Mm-hmm. But, mind you, there are certain calls, the same thing like with a turkey. There are certain calls that will get a dog to respond. Mm-hmm. There are certain ones where I'm like, man, this worked last week, but it is not doing nothing. You know, so it's like, and I don't know how, I mean, I'm sure the dogs that I hunt are pretty pressured, but they'll respond to certain ones. There's sometimes where it's like pitch, like the more whiny, like it can be. I don't know if it's just because it travels better. But that's what I do. And I'll go spot to spot until we get to them. I mean, dude, there's times, like, we'll literally park in the road. It's dark. They don't care. Path of least resistance is, you know, an old dirt road. As long as you're not on a road that's maintained, you know where you're at, or you're on private property. So, but it's, they're more apt. Like, dude, I've had doors open in my truck. That one that I was talking about where, like, I scanned around. Hey, dude, we were moving, like, walking around the truck. You can't do that during the day. That's why nighttime is the right time, my friend.
I do a lot of, like, when I hike everywhere. I mean, Corey's a big shed hunter, too. But when I'm shed hunting, like, even on my ranch, like, I'll mark areas where I see dens, fresh dens.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, because I'm hiking every canyon, you know? Yeah. I'm going looking for antlers, and then I'm like, oh, look, here's a fresh den, like... You'll find the 2 holes and be like, I'll look for tracks. I'm like, oh, there's fresh sign going in this den, mark it, and then, like, you know, I'll go set up on that thing. Like,
for sure.
But like you said, I'll go pick a high point. I like a big, deep canyon. Yeah. Something where I can get some echo down in it, and the sound will really carry for my call. I mean, just for scouting, like...
They'll come from a long
way. I've had one. I've watched one come from over a mile. Like, just come, and he heard my call and just come and running in. So it's like, I would say if you're going to call for dogs, find a spot that your sound can carry. Like, that's ideal. Because you can cover so much more ground. You don't have to go roaming around. You can use the call to do that legwork for you to get a dog coming to you instead of you going to them. Yeah. And that's when... And like on a windy day, it's kind of, you know how you said play the wind. I'll use it for my call, even if I want my sound to carry downwind, because you can hunt with any weapon with a coyote, you know. And all my rifles are long range rifles. Yep. So
I've seen it.
I'm not worried. Yeah, you've seen it. And you have the same rifle. He has rifles built by Ray too. Load profiles, and so I'm like, I don't even care about my scent half the time. You know, you're worried about, and that is true when they're closer. You don't want them to smell you; they will smell you. But like, if I'm having wind and that I want my call to carry downwind, and I'm having a dog camp, I could give 2 squirts about, you know, a dog smelling me, because I'm like, he's not even gonna get a chance to smell me by the time he realizes anything. Yeah,
I like to have him in my lap.
Yeah, it is cool. So.
It makes it a lot more fun. What,
let's do a quick fire question here. Either of you can kind of answer it. What makes a stand location high percentage for getting a predator?
I would say, I think swales. I like swales. I just like, as far as setup and high percentage.
And for like viewers, tell what swales would be for you.
So like I say, I like to hunt the timber a little bit, but something on top of a ridge with a swale, and where they can come from any direction, but you're mostly concentrating on the canyon in front of you, and you got the wind right, and they just naturally want to go through a swale or think something's, they want to come up in that low spot of anything high on the horizon that they can see.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
they
what
will
I like
never
to set up.
skyline.
Yeah,
They will not hit high
no.
points. Yeah, I mean, you got to look at it. I mean, they just pretend like it's the same way with like deer and elk. Where do you want to hunt? If you're gonna sit in a spot, I'm gonna sit in a saddle. It's that low point.
Saddle, yeah.
Path of least resistance. They don't have to go super high. They're not gonna skyline themselves. So it's kind of the same thing. Yeah, you get in those areas. For me, it's knowing the area. That's a high percentage thing. Is knowing the area. I think if a guy was to go out, without scouting, you can get away with a lot of it, just because again you're calling these animals in, you're playing on their instincts to actually want to eat and hunt.
I found finding birds.
Like, oh gosh, why can't I think of the name of those dumb birds?
Chucker.
Well, no, not those. Those
Huns.
Yeah,
Pheasant. They're not that dumb. They know smart.
No, I know. Yeah. No, I can't think of the other bird though. Like they follow them around.
Magpies.
Yes. We have the old magpie.
I look for anything they like to eat too. Like if I find a lot of they love to eat chucker and pheasants, especially a big dumb pheasant is an easy meal. So if you find an area with some good uplands in it, chances are there's probably a dog sitting around somewhere. They're gonna be hunting on them.
I would say also especially over on the east side of the state, feedlots.
Yeah.
Any of the feedlots.
Back to the cattle.
Mm-hmm. That's and it's just experience after experience after experience. It's also too like small ponds and stuff that get waterfowl on them too. They'll be around those as well. Like anything that they can possibly get a meal off of. I mean, that's where they're gonna be.
Oh, dude!
But they'll also be in the middle of nowhere. So
dude, when I was down on the river today, I saw 2 goose feather piles where a dog got them. Literally, just feathers everywhere.
Which is amazing.
Yeah,
when you think about it, how.
Yeah.
I don't know how many geese you've snuck up on and grabbed by the neck, but I can tell you right now, I'm at this many. So, to me, that's pretty dang impressive.
Yeah, it is. That's what I said. I was sitting there and there was not one but 2. There's one, and then
they doubled up.
I found another one. I'm like, Jiminy.
Yeah.
They figured it out. So back to the birds thing. If there's some birds in an area, there's a high chance that there's a dog hunting in there.
For sure.
So, let's get right into the gear. Corey, I know you have some really cool rifles that.
I totally shoot suppressed hunting, but I like a guillotine suit with the wavy leaves on it and the.
Well, you're in bring your own bush country, so it's if you can be your own bush for sure.
Yeah, you literally have to sit up sometimes and have a tripod and but that's and then I use a Fox Pro for calling and
What rifle do you run?
6.5 PRC.
That's what I got.
For to raise loads, and they just
they don't move after that. I've seen it.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Those 6.5 PRC are awesome.
Yeah. No, I run an AR and then I'll run a shotgun too. So it's and I have coyote loads, which yes, they make them too.
They do. Heavy shot does.
Yes, they do.
Pretty good one.
Mm-hmm. They thump a lot more though.
I know they do.
They get your I remember the last they don't do them anymore, but in Washington, they used to have tournaments, and we signed up for one, and I went out to pattern the shotgun to see what it would look like. My God, I got into that shotgun, and I mean, it thumped me. Like, I wasn't ready for it. Like, I had my cheek, boom, like, whoa! My buddy's like, what's wrong with you? I was like, you gotta try this, And I mean, it's just like anybody, oh, okay, yeah, check it out. I mean, it thumps so much harder. Yeah. But, I mean, it also
does the trick.
Yeah, it kills as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But, I run a Lucky Duck. The one that I have, it's, what is it, the Revolt. And what I like about it is it pivots. So it's like I can change my sound profile, to where, and then it has the built-in decoy and all that. But it's like I found that if you can it's more realistic, right? If you call in one direction, name an animal that's going to sit there and just go, wah, wah, like in one direction the whole time. Right. No, like when they're injured, they're probably flopping and everything. So to me, I look at it as try to sound as realistic as possible. Go again. You're preying off their instincts, so just try to be as real as possible. Again, ghillie suit, anything you can, and it goes back to also stay still.
Yeah.
Again, I'm with a buddy that moves around, and I want to strangle him. But we've killed plenty of dogs, so I have an idea what I can get away with sometimes. So
yeah, I like using my 6.5 PRC, but like I like to have some really high end glass. Like I'll preach this for any hunting. Like,
yes,
do not nickel and dime on glass. Yeah. Like if you're gonna pick one thing to splurge on, do it on your rifle scope. But if you're rifle hunting or binoculars, one of the two.
Binoculars,
but ideally both.
Yeah.
Like I've had so many times before like when I didn't make as much money as I do now. Like I had some real cheaper scopes, and I'd have dogs hang up way out there, and I just wasn't comfortable shooting that far. Because they like a lot of times the dog will sit there, and if you're calling him in, he's finicky. He'll just sit there and just go and kind of check it out. Try to figure out where that sound's coming from, and it's just like now that I have some really high end glass that can really bring him like right here on my scope, I'm like, oh, no problem, just dial it in and boom. Yeah. Done. And then I have the Foxbow Inferno, I think it is. And I have an external speaker that I got separately with it, so I'll set it up on 2 different directions, so I'm kind of getting that noise spread up and down wherever my setup is. And then
how far do you set your call away from you?
Probably like 20, 30 yards, maybe a little farther. It's just kind of, I don't want to get too far because the remote does have my remote has a range of what it's, I've set it where it's too far where I'm struggling to get it to volume up or down or change so you kind of got to keep that in mind. Yeah. And then, you guys, Corey, did you say you use Twitcher?
Yes.
Yeah. The Twitcher, dude, I will say it's, after using it, I think it's a must have.
Yeah.
Twitcher.
Yeah.
That little tail twitcher that.
Oh, decoy. Yeah. Mine. Yeah, it's built in on the Lucky Duck.
Okay. I have a separate one that I'll set up. And it's just it gives them that visual, dude. Cause
as soon as they give them something to see.
And so I've had so many times where a dog will hang up. When I don't bring a Twitcher, as soon as they see that little tail flicking around and they notice it, they're going right to it now. I mean, I've had one come up and grab it.
Yeah.
Really?
Come up and nip the tail, and I'm like,
I have them about 40 yards. They'll come up about 40 yards, and they'll like want to turn broadside and just pounce right.
They do the little pounce.
Hey, wait a minute, something's not.
Yeah. I love that.
That's what. Yeah.
I've had one.
And it's too late.
Yeah. Game over at that point. Yeah. Exactly.
But I used to run mouth calls, but I really don't run them. There's no need to for me. I mean, you can.
Yeah, if money's an issue, like the biggest thing is go out and call.
I don't even think money is an issue anymore. You can find a used one on anywhere that's for cheap, $20 probably.
Yeah.
I mean, the mouth call is $20.
Like I said, that Cass Creek, like that cheap little one that from years ago. I mean,
everybody used.
Dude.
Yes.
Yeah, and there's so many coyotes killed with it. Yeah.
I will say I did buy, and I've yet to use it, a coyote decoy. And I know a lot of like older guys they'll get a coyote that they've killed and have it taxidermied up and use that as their
Yeah.
decoy,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And that's like when you have a real finicky dog, like, and you're calling them in, having a coyote on your setup, a coyote decoy, can be like your difference to getting that dog to come in or not, which
for sure
is a thing. I have I bought one out of Sportsman's or something. I've just never used it.
Yeah, I got a Montana decoy that I carry.
Oh, you ever use one, Clay?
No.
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 No need, probably. I gotta have a problem.
Like, there's no need. There's 10,000. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
So what would you classify the most important piece of gear besides your rifle?
For me now, gun aside, because I do a lot of night hunting. My thermal,
Oh yeah.
game changer.
Yeah.
Absolute game changer. Like you can even get to the point now. It's like like I was saying, getting to that high point, right, and letting off a howl or whatever, trying to locate. I mean, if you have dogs that are right there, you pull up in the dark, and if you can see them and you can be completely quiet, move away from your rig and then set up and then call, like, game over. Game over.
Yeah. I'm going to say, like, for those who can't afford a thermal, a good sounding call, like the best you can get, electronic, Fox Pro, whatever, but just that, a good sounding call would be the best. After a rifle would be.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Have a good call for
But thermal, if you can afford it. Oh,
for me, like to me that's a huge, like it's a
elite.
game changer.
It is elite.
And you don't necessarily now, like, this is what I've told some of my buddies. They're like, dude, I'm not going to spend that much. I was like, that's fine. You don't have to spend that much because now, like, there's the thermal spotters that are out there. You don't have to really identify at that point. Like, if you're like, oh, there's a heat signature out there. Okay, cool. That's fine. Like, let's call at it. If it starts to move towards us, cool. But it's like I've told them, I was like, don't spend. I'll just say it, like I spent $3,200 on mine. Don't spend the $3,200 on it. Go and buy a night vision scope, which are pretty affordable at this point, and a spotter. Like, you're good to go. One thing with a thermal, me personally, the one that I have, like, it has, it's not really a rangefinder. It just kind of gives you an idea of like what the size of it should be at a certain yardage, right? Which if you can't identify, do not shoot. Like, don't be an idiot. I mean, like mine, when you have a coyote at a certain point within 150, 200 yards, like you can tell
exactly. Dog.
Yeah. But what it doesn't have is it's really tough. Now that's why I shoot, a 223. I don't have to worry about any bullet drop. I don't have to worry about that. Within that effective range, you worry about it, just aim a little high. Guess what? Game over.
Yeah.
I go whack them. But with the night vision, you can see the lay of the land. If it doesn't break up in the thermal, you have a better idea of what it is. If it drops off here, it gives you that depth to where a thermal does not give me the depth that night vision does. So that's what I would say if you're on the fence about buying a thermal versus doing the night vision. As I would, where I'm at now, I would do a thermal spotter and a night vision scope.
Yeah.
If I were to do it all over again.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never done it, so I'm gonna have to try.
You will.
Oh,
You will.
Well, let's get into calling. This is kind of the main. Main way you hunt these things, other than Cliff's night.
Yeah,
night hunting. I've never done it, but this is how I do it. So, let's. How do you do it? Corey, let's go with you. How do you do a sequence first? What do you sequence with your calling?
I start out with. Sometimes I'll do a woodpecker in distress, and but something in distress, even a rabbit in distress. I know that's like on your guys' back burner, but I'll do something in distress, and then and I'll only do that maybe for about 3 minutes, and then I do have a lot of patience when I do it. I'll wait like up to 5 minutes if I can do it. That's a long time, but I try to make myself wait like 5 minutes. It's more like 3, but 5 minutes. Call again, do it, and just do maybe 3 of those sets and then move on.
Mm.
So 35 minutes. If nothing comes in, then I move on.
Yeah, for me, like this time of year, breeding season, coyote rut, whatever you want to call it, I won't run them. I won't run a prey in distress or nothing like that. I'll go straight, like for whether it's a female howl, if I can get like a male to react to it, play on their curiosity. I mean, we've called them right up in the middle of a highway because they're curious enough. But like this time of year, I'll stick to that. Typically during the day, though, I will go to prey. But at night, like I don't know what it is. Like they're moving around more, and then obviously with it being based on breeding season, I think my own personal opinion is I feel like you can get a male wound up pretty quick, and he's gonna come check stuff out. Especially once you start getting into the challenge calls, like they will definitely start to check that stuff out.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like that's like a kind of like a grade up. Like that's kind of like your predator hunting 301 a little bit when you get that. I think. I don't know for some people like
for a beginner,
yeah,
definitely prey and stress.
Yeah,
you can't go wrong with it. You know, it's like.
Well, you can kind of.
Yeah,
but
I was trying to describe like what it would be like. You'd never leave home without. You know?
Yeah, if I were somebody just starting out,
Yeah.
I would give them pup in distress.
Yeah.
Like literally, it is the easiest one to do. It's really hard to screw up. Like
you know what's bad though is when you gain so much confidence in a call and you don't get away from it.
Yeah.
Each scenario is different, because each one of them they all have a different personality. You know, so it's all that. But I would say yes, definitely. What the never leave home without is definitely prey in distress. That's most likely going to be able to call. Yeah, you're right. Like when you start getting into the challenge howls and stuff like that, you know that is
and
when
that's fun and that's
you're interacting with them. Yeah.
You're trying to essentially having a conversation with them, you know.
And you just hope that you don't say the wrong thing.
It's funny too because it makes sense. I've never done any of the night hunting, but like when I was out with Knox bird hunting, I was just getting it dark, walking back to the truck. They just started, you know, like they do. They were just going off everywhere, and I'm like, I can see where you're like a howl, a female howl would get them all fired up and get one coming in. I can totally see how that would work.
Yeah. I'd just like to say something about that. I have a buddy that comes out and hunts with us every year. He's one of the best elk hunters I've known. He's killed lots of big 6 points in multiple states. And he's my age, and his favorite, just like you said, he has gotten to where night hunting with thermals, and it is his. It's like this is it. Like I'm not kidding. I was like, how, elk hunting? Come on. He's like, no, this is. And he goes, this is it. This is the best hunting that I get so jacked up on. And he's killed some nice archery bulls. And he's like, this is, and then he shows me that video, and it's anyway, and then he was putting it out there, and there was just so many people. They wanted so much content. They're like, more. They wanted, you know, his night vision. All his night vision videos and stuff, and it's just it's gonna blow up. This is gonna it's gonna get big and big and bigger until it's gonna be the next thing where everybody's doing it.
And it will. I mean, I'm glad that I kind of got in when I did.
It's just kind of a higher entry market price to get into for a lot of people, dude. Like, I can see it, but like, not everybody can afford night vision scopes. I mean. I shouldn't say that. The price of them has gone down over the years. Over in the last decade, you could not get into a night vision scope with spending $10,000, you know, and now you can pick one up for probably $1,000, I think, maybe a little over.
For night vision, like actual night vision. I mean, you can get them used for like $500.
$500,
You know what I mean? You may not be getting like top of the line optics, but at the end of the day, like Dude, if you're calling, like, again, I'm a guy, like, I'm not going to shoot them when they're, 300, 400 yards out at night. I want them close. Yeah. And it just, I don't know what it is. It's that
all right,
interaction.
We got like, so let's go back to your call session. So you give a howl, you'll do your howl.
Mm-hmm. I'll give a howl, and I'll try to, like, you're just testing the waters. Like, for me, like, when I go out, if I get one to, like, respond back, like, really quick, like, I'll hit them back really quick. It's almost like what I do with us elk hunting. You're bugling back and forth, right? So base it, but you can also, like, take its temperature. Like, I mean, you can tell if a dog's pissed off, and then just base it off that, because they are very, very territorial. And especially if you get, like, this raspy male, like, to me, I think you can tell if it's a raspy male versus, like, it just seems like the females, they're not as aggressive. But those males, like, when they get that, like, that growly bark, like, howl bark into it, yeah, I'll play off that, and then I'll just get more aggressive. I'm not afraid to move in the night, though, either. Mm-hmm. Like, I'll move locations. I'll stay as real as possible. Yeah, and that it gets their attention. So, but that's like my nighttime. Daytime, if you've hunted areas before, like, I'll go in. You try to sneak in, like. There's guys that kill them off the roads. That's fine. I'm a guy that I want to go in, and I'm going to sneak in, and I'm going to use the same paths like a coyote would. I'm going to stay low. I'm not going to do not skyline yourself. They have sharp eyes as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pay attention
I never tuck myself on top of a hill. I want to get below, in some brush, have something that breaks my outline up.
Yep. And then I'll start same thing. Howl, nothing. Then I'll go into a prey in distress. Start soft because it's the same thing. It's like with turkey. You don't want to blow them out if they're right there. So start slow. Give it a little bit. A lot of these callers now, they have timers on them. And if you don't have a timer, look at your phone, because I know everybody's got their phone on them. You know what I mean? And here's the thing. I'm going to throw this one out. If you can't afford, like, an e-collar, odds are you have a Bluetooth speaker, and they make apps that will connect to your Bluetooth speaker that you can stuff, 50 yards out in front of you, depending on the range of whatever your Bluetooth is, and they will connect, run that. But
I didn't even think about that. But
yeah. Oh yeah. Like, that's where I say, like, the affordability. Everybody has a Bluetooth speaker. You know what I mean?
Redneck ovation.
Yeah, that's you gotta do what you gotta do when you started out as a poor kid, So, but I mean, dude, I got a buddy. He literally used his phone because they can hear so well. Like, if you think of, like, you lip squeak them. You telling me that you can hear that at 100 yards?
When I played the mouse call on my thing, I'm like listening to that thing, and I'm like, no way.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I think about where I'm at in my ranch. There is mice everywhere. I think that's like all the hawks, all the owls, all the coyotes are, like, just pounding the mice all the time. And it's hard for me to use because it's windy where I'm at. Like, there's a lot of wind, and it's hard for me.
They can hear so.
I know, but when the wind's ripping, it's
a different rip that people, if you don't know, where John lives, it's on the top, and when it rips, I mean, it flat.
Yeah.
Well, let's put it this way: they have windmills.
Yeah. Everywhere.
Remember the mouse squeaker?
Mm-hmm.
You hit.
Yeah.
I used to take the squeaker out and put it. And when it get close, they get close. You just
stop them.
Yeah, you just start. I sucked on them. I put them in this way and just.
My luck, I'd inhale it.
Yeah. Well, I did though.
Yeah.
Suck on the back of your hand deal, but that's hard to. It doesn't work when they're coming in at 40 yards.
Yeah. So, and then, but every set that I do, I will always end with pup in distress.
Yeah, I start with pup in distress. I mean, my set, like, it's just I've had so many good experiences using it, and I used a lot. I've played around with it, but my best. If the dog's wanting to come in, and I like them rip roaring in to me, and I've had so many, like, I'll tell this story. So I took a couple buddies of mine. It was Bryson and Dakota, who's my hired hand, and we went out and. Dakota didn't bring rifles for some reason. Again, I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, I was using my 6.5 Creedmoor as an AR. And so we set up, and I used a pup in distress. 4 dogs.
You did the Creedmoor thing.
4 dogs. Yeah.
You just had to say it.
It's cool. I don't care. Yeah. Creedmoor. 4 dogs come barreling over the hill. And they're like sitting there, and I'm seeing them coming up, and they were on a mission to come towards this pup.
Oh, yeah.
And like, Bryson and Dakota are both set up, and I'm in between, and I'm like, once they get to the top, I'm like, shoot. And then Dakota shoots, misses, and Bryson shoots. Well, Bryson has a bolt action. Well, Dakota shot, and he like puts his rifle down and look. And I'm like, looking at him like, what are you doing? Pick your rifle back up. There's still 3 dogs. And they start running off, and then he just blows rounds after them. I'm like, God, we could have got a quad right there.
Wait till they get close.
But I've had so many doubles. The quad was the most I've had, but I've had so many doubles and a couple triples. But a lot of doubles come in on that.
Yeah.
Called in 7 at one time.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was a trip.
Crazy.
That's a lot of dogs.
That was an 8.
You can't even legally hold 7 rounds in your mag.
See, I've had that good a luck.
But I got 2 of them.
Many, but it's always been in spring. Like I've never had that like in like November or
Yeah,
the
this
end of
December.
February. Yeah.
yeah. I had mine. That quad was probably February.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
There's a high population where that was. Yeah. Same thing. Just go, call, find them, find your wind, move to where you need to be. Just know that they are 90% of the time. I feel like they are going to go downwind of you. So if you can set your call out in front of you. Wind's blowing this way. Set the call out here.
Mm.
Do not set it down here. Do not. I've even said do not set it there because they will come around on it. I like to have it like if the wind's blowing across me, I want it straight out in front of me.
Yeah. What's I mean, I'll usually say. How long do you usually set a stand?
If it's an area that I know for a fact there's dogs, I'll be patient. I'll sit 25 to 35 minutes.
30 minutes. I'm 30 minutes. And you said about 30 minutes.
30, 35 minutes.
Yeah.
There's times I'm impatient. If they're not there within 15, I'm gone.
I mean, I've done the 15 minute
And then you
thing.
get up.
Yes.
I was just gonna say
yes.
it. I've literally gotten up and had a coyote sitting right there,
Yeah.
Patience.
or on his
I
way
know.
in. On his way in,
Like
and I'm
you
like,
can even get away with 25 minutes, but like, yeah.
all right, we'll fire through some quick questions here to close things out. What's the biggest calling mistake you see people make, Corey?
Biggest overcalling.
Yep.
Overcalling. Yeah.
Yep. It's almost like you got to create an urgency in a way. Like I've got buddies.
Less is more.
I've got buddies. They'll run their call, rabbit in distress for 20 to 30 minutes, and they kill them. But I've found that if you can create curiosity, it doesn't just kill the cat; it also kills dogs, lots of them. But it's like leave it to them to like make them want to come to it because again, it's being realistic. Like an animal is not going to sit there that's wounded and scream for 35 minutes.
Well, yeah.
Unless it's a rabbit.
Yeah. Right. So
That was when I was a kid.
here's a scenario. We'll just go through. If you have a double coming in, which one are you taking first?
Farthest one.
Farthest, yeah, that's what I do too.
Mm-hmm.
Leaves the one closer to you, closer set up.
Either that or
And
go
then,
guaranteed.
here's another big one. Where are you aiming on the dog?
Mm-hmm. Where?
Mm-hmm.
How are they coming at me? Are they coming across? They coming in front?
I mean,
They're coyotes.
I'll be flat out honest. I'll aim anywhere.
That's what I was just gonna say. They're coyotes.
Under,
Yeah. I mean,
Top
if I
of
can
the
make the
shoulder.
clean, ethical bam, I'm gonna. But if all I have is a headshot, don't think for a second I'm not taking it.
I took Max out with me for his first predator calling. I had 2 dogs coming in, and they hung up, and they were like, dude, they're a couple hundred yards, and he was just facing straight on.
Yeah.
And then I was like, should I shoot him? I said, yes.
Absolutely.
Shoot it. Put it right here.
Yeah.
Well, he put it right here and just
Dumped him.
dumped him, and I'm like,
Yeah.
well, it works.
Yep.
But it's you're trying to just get rid of these things. Honestly, I don't tan them out or hide them, so it doesn't really matter where shot placement is for me as long as I'm getting them down. I obviously aim for vitals.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not opposed to taking a headshot if I got it.
Yeah. I mean, they're pretty soft animals. I mean, as far as your bullet passing through them,
Yeah.
you'd be surprised. Like I don't know how many people have actually skinned coyotes. They're pretty thin skinned.
Mm-hmm.
for living in some of the areas that they live in, you'd think that they'd be like a thicker skinned animal, but they're pretty thin skinned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, well, Corey, what's number one predator hunting tip that you can give people? This is for anything. Doesn't have to be
For
pertaining.
anything?
Yeah. You don't have to pertain to dogs specifically.
Best predator hunting tip would probably be invest probably in the equipment. Probably, yeah.
Pretty
if,
vital
like,
piece.
Yeah, and if you are going to go with the AR, just buy everything you can to attach to it and all the goodies and yeah, if dedicate the gun.
Hollow
I guess.
points.
Dedicate the
gun.
dedicate the gun.
Yeah.
Have a specific,
That's a good one.
specific-
Having a specific predator hunting
Yeah.
rifle,
and that's
Yeah.
also
and that's what it's there for. That's a good. I don't know. So
Patience, dude.
Patience.
Just patience. Like I was just saying, it's that 20. Commit to the time that you like. If you're going into an area and you're like, and I would say this even like for any new coyote hunter, literally plan on an hour. Like you get so many stands in a day, and if you know that they're there, just sit there and be patient, and don't move. And if you're gonna move, it's slow movements. Like that's what I would say. Call, don't overcall, slow movements, don't fall asleep.
don't fall asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I would say for anybody that hasn't tried it, go out and just
it
go.
is.
Just go buy a cheap mouth call and
Yeah.
go out and just wail on it for 25, over a 25-minute period. But
Especially, I don't know, it just seems like when you're young, it's like it really clicks when you're young, and then you kind of get out a little bit, but come back to it. It's always there, but
It's an
It's
in between
an
season
exciting-
thing
yeah.
too that you can do. That's
it gets you outside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So what's number one tip? I would say go to an area with a lot of
Yes.
prey.
Yeah.
Go to an area with a lot of prey at it because that's where they're going to be.
And don't be afraid to knock on doors.
Yeah. There's a lot of landowners that would really appreciate guys to come and get rid of some coyotes, especially cattle ranchers. They can only do so much. Some of them, not all. I'm not saying this is a tell-all, but
Yeah.
The livestock, especially, this is these people's livelihood. And if you're having predators hurting them, this is literally hurting their wallet,
taking
hurting
money
their
out of their
lifestyle.
pocket.
So it's it never hurts. I mean, I always say, you go and knock on somebody's door and they say no, you're literally in the exact same boat you were in before you went there. So it can't hurt.
Yep. That's what got me on a huge chunk of private land.
Yeah.
Just literally
It's
go knock
never
on a
know.
door and say, "Hey, I don't want to shoot these animals on your side of the fence. You border public. Like, do you?" And they hemmed and hawed, but eventually, it's like, man, I've created a relationship with them. We've been friends for, probably like almost 20 years. So, and I was just a young punk, so it's like for them to say yes to me means that they could say yes to you. Just don't go where I hunt.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. All right, well, I think that's all we got to cover for predator hunting. What do you guys think we should be covering in our next topic? Let us know in the comments below. Again, thanks for listening to us. Get out in the woods.
Go kill coyotes.
Yeah, go kill coyotes. Until next time.